Well, hello everybody. My phone just told me that this broadcast is not operating, but I think it's lying to me. So I'm just going to note we started about 9:25, and I'm going to pretend it's working, and we'll see in just a minute if it is when I see anybody chatting and telling me it's working. So here we are in the main room with River and her 5 kittens that came to us, fully formed. All right. Hi, JMT. Let's see. Somebody tell me that it's okay. It's every day's a bad hair day, says it's working. Good. Good. So's your hair. Okay. So here we are in the main room. We're here with River's 5 kittens. I can't even remember right now if we've officially introduced these kittens by name on a close-up. Have we? Wow. I don't know if we have. There's been a lot going on here the last few days. Things are moving. And as you know, we just had Scotty, our mom cat, upstairs just delivered her babies, 6 little tiny babies that are very cute. And I think we'll go up and see them at the end of this close-up too, so we can get a chance to do that. But I wanted to make sure that we saw River's slightly older kittens. These kids are probably a good 5-6 weeks old now, probably 6 weeks old at this point. And so it'll be real cool for you to get to see 6-week-old kittens and then immediately compare them to kittens that are just a day old. Or 2 days old, I guess, yeah. So, sorry, I was just hearing some growling. It's their mom, River, was growling because one of the kittens was just over there trying to play with her tail, which they love to do, and she doesn't love it when they do. But then one of the ways that cats express frustration is by wagging their tail. So the more frustrated that she gets with them playing with their tail, the more she wags her tail, and then the more they want to play with it. So that doesn't work out very well, does it? One of those cases where those instincts come together in a way that just results in her being annoyed. All right, now they've all gone to the litter box, so that's convenient timing. Let's come over here and say hi to their mom. So this is River. River, as you can see, is a very floofy, long-haired cat, and she's got a sort of an interesting quality to her floof. I don't know how to really describe it, but I guess maybe sort of double-coated. It's very thick floof. You can really get an idea of it from her tail, because it's not just like floofy, but you can see the way the end of the tail is so rounded. I think it gives you an idea of like just how soft and thick all of her fur is. There we go again. She'll probably start growling. Maybe she's not going to growl because we're sitting here. Oh, yeah, there she is, telling him to back off a little. Hi, which one are you anyway? I have a hard time telling them apart without seeing the collars. Every now and then I can tell them apart by behavior. That's a green collar, so that one is Lodge. Lodge is the green collar. And then, of course, there's only one little black kitten here in this group, so that's easy. That's Bungalow. He's a boy. Bungalow with the blue collar, the little black kitten with the blue collar, he's definitely the most shy of everybody so far. So we're taking extra time to work with him and make sure that he's extra socialized. And it's not that he minds people as such, but he's just more likely to go hide from them than to hang out. So that's Bungalow, the big black floofy one. And then behind him, we have, and now in front of him, hi, did you just run up on me? So that's a yurty thing to do, to sort of try to chase and engage and play with me. So I'm guessing this is Yurt, even though we can't quite see his yellow collar. Let's find out. Yes, of course. See, like I said, sometimes you can tell them apart by behavior. So Yurt, as I just suggested, is the one that is the most sort of the opposite of where Bungalow is. He's the one that's most likely to want to come and play and see how the person is doing and be around a person. In fact, sometimes he'd rather be around people than with his other kittens, where Bungalow's on the other end of that spectrum. But we're working on getting them all to be better adjusted. Extra yurted, yes. So that's his deal, little yurt in the yellow collar. I'm sure you'll see an awful lot of him as a result. Hi, okay, back up here to say hello again. Look at those silly whiskers that are all pointed down. It's ridiculous. Those are some whiskers, buddy, like a big old catfish. Okay, So that means this one is the other boy is hiding away, is going to be Lodge with the green collar. And you can tell the boys from the girls real easy in this class, at least, because the boys are the ones that have the darker brown coloration, and the girls are the ones that just have the gray color. That's a girl right there. Oh, they sort of switched on us. I know that was tricky. You went around this way. Oh, they've got a mess by the litter box. Somebody had bad poops last night. We've cleaned up most of it, but I didn't clean up the litter mat. So anyway, this is Lodge. Lodge, a little more shy. Certainly more shy than Yurt, but then everybody is if you're going to describe them compared to Yurt. He's a sweetheart, though. So that's Lodge with his little green collar. And, oh, this one, hi, you just jumped out to attack me, so let's say hi to you. Okay, that's the purple collar, lavender or purple collar. That's Chalet, one of the girls, and you can see the difference. The girls are very gray and a little bit lighter in tone, where the boys are brown. Oh, there's the other girl. So that means this one then is Villa with the red collar. There we go. And I would say of the two of them, Villa is the one that's a little bit more outgoing, and Chalet is the one that's a little bit more shy. But it's not a big difference. They're both pretty well adjusted. And there's a girl and a boy together. So Chalet and the boys, I think you see the color difference. So there you go. And did we meet everybody now? I feel like we did. So that's probably everybody. Little Chalet, the girl with the purple collar. Yeah. All right. So we got a lot of really, really fun sort of space-themed toys that I still want to deploy for these kids, and we're sort of working out how to get all that done. And over time, they're going to get exposed to all that. Plus, we finally cleaned. I'll go out this way. Hopefully, we won't lose the signal too much while we're, walking all around the house on our way upstairs. But we are going to go the very long way around because I just want to point out a couple things that we've been doing here at the Academy the last few days. Of course, if you want to keep watching these kittens here, tune into the Kitten Academy live stream. Lots of cameras around, and they're on it 24 hours a day. But let's take this upstairs now. Oh, but let's not forget my coffee. There we go. Yay, okay. So we're gonna go around the long way. You can see here that we have cleaned the living room. Everything's nice and tidy, freshly vacuumed. We got Ari and Maggie hanging out here, breaking things in a little bit. So that's all cleaned up. And any day now, we're gonna start letting the kittens come out here to play. The trouble is with their mom, I just really can't predict how she's gonna feel about the faculty. She hasn't shown any concern at the door, but she does tend to hide in the back corner of her room away from everybody. So it's hard to tell if she's just going to be kind of, a little afraid of them, or, a little worried and cautious and hidden, or if she's going to go like full on mom and attack anybody that gets near her kittens. Like, I really couldn't guess. You flip a coin. I don't know which one she's going to do, which means we want to take it extremely carefully when we start letting them out. And probably initially having the entire faculty put away, because most of the faculty know how to jump over those gates. You know what? Before we go in here, let's come down here for just a minute to the master bedroom, because that is where some of the other kids that you should see and haven't seen in a while have been hanging out. So here is Splotch. And I believe... I don't think I've heard the official confirmation, but right now I think we've got Splotch's adoption penciled in for the 22nd. So Splotch will be going home before too long. But she's still here, and she's doing great. She's doing better than ever, in fact. We've been working a lot on trying to get her snorting cleared up, because she has been snorting since pretty much the day she was born, and I'm happy to say it's pretty much cleared up. She's probably going to snort right now to just make me a liar on camera, but I haven't heard her snort in many days now. So we're feeling really good about that, finally. And I think it was just a matter of getting her on the right antibiotics, finally, maybe. She clearly just ate something, trying to clean up her face a little. All right. So that's Splotch. And she is the last of a sort of Mural's group that's still here. And I think she's really enjoying it. She seems to really sort of own this area now. And she's sharing the area now that she owns with Bumble, who you know. Bumble was the pregnant, supposedly, mom cat that we brought in, who turned out she wasn't pregnant at all, just a little chubby. There we go. And she also has been really, she's come around quite a bit. You might remember she's very hissy around other cats, and she still is very hissy around other cats. But she's always been sort of friendly. I think that's a good interaction. When a cat just hisses at another cat and the other cat sort of keeps their distance and then that's the end of it, that's a good interaction. It was the one cat is saying, sort of, I know you're there. We're not friends yet. Just, keep your distance. The other cat's saying, okay, I'll keep my distance. And then eventually those cats are going to be friends. It just might take some time. And we're seeing that with her, where take Splotch as an example. Initially, she would hiss at Splotch, and if anybody, if Bumbles was eating food from her food tray, and then anybody came up to her, Splotch or anybody else came up to her while she was eating, she'd just growl and hiss and be angry. And now she'll go up there and she'll eat with Splotch like it was nothing and hang out with Splotch. And sometimes they even chase each other around up here a little bit back and forth, and they're fine. So that's been going really, really well. And Bumble, it turns out, Bumble really is good with other cats. She just takes a long time to sort of get comfortable with them. And it's going to take, takes a long, long process of slowly sort of introducing her over time and making sure that she has time to get comfortable and then time to go and recover in her own space and then time to, meet him again and then go recover. A lot like trying to introduce an introvert to somebody, where you don't want to do it all at once because that'd just be too stressful. You do a little bit and then, a little bit. So that's how she works. And happy to say it's working out. And then we got Custard, who's making all kinds of noises over here. What are you doing, buddy? Were you just sneezing? You got a hairball? Hi, bud. You're being very funny. Oh, that's the other thing about Splotch I didn't mention. She's a big talker like her mom. She's got a whole range of different vocalizations that she uses for different things. If she wants your attention, or if she wants to play with a toy, or she wants to be fed. Like, she's got words. And I think she got that from her mom, who's also a big talker. So that's going to be fun for her adopter. Okay, now let's go see the kittens before this stream is a million years long. You got to give me just a second here. I'm going to use a little hand sanitizer. And then we will talk to you about what's going on with the newest kids, River's kids. Not River's, Scotty's kids in here. Scotty. So this is Scotty. Going in. So this is the annex. In the annex, we have this box with a camera pointed into it. Oh, and you're going to like this. It's sitting on a Walmart box to get the angle right, because that's how we mount cameras around here, because we're good like that. Okay. So here we are. This is Scotty, our mom cat Scotty, with the crazy whiskers. Look at those whiskers. Wow. And Scotty, of course, just had 6 tiny little kittens. And rare for us. I think this is a first time that we've ever seen this. 3 of her kittens are brown. Now, there's a good chance that as they grow up and get older, they may not be entirely brown. In fact, if you look very close at their mom, you'll notice that she's got an awful lot of brown in her coat. But most of the time, she looks mostly black. And if you're not paying attention, you probably would think she was just black and white. So I think her kittens might turn out to be like that when they get older, where they're almost entirely black and you don't really notice the brown unless you're really looking for it. But right now they're super brown, and I have to say I've never seen anything like it. We've never had kittens that look like these little brown kittens do. So let's see. I probably am not going to be able to get through all 6 names successfully, and I don't have a written out cheat sheet, but we're going to try. So Scotty is our mom. And I'm going to start right here with this little guy I know very well is Pug. And the reason I know Pug so well is he's one of the two smallest kittens. He's definitely a little undersized for his 2-day-old age. So we're working on making sure that he gets enough food and everything. And we're watching his weight very carefully, and we notice he's not gaining enough weight from nursing. So I've been supplementing his feedings, and we haven't done too many of those supplements yet, but the plan today is to really get into gear. We were kind of given overnight as a chance for Mom, for him to show that he could nurse from Mom and gain weight, and he didn't. So we're doing supplemental feedings for tiny little Pug. Hey, one more time, Pug. There we go. So Pug's getting the tube feedings. He's had 2 of them, like I said. He's had 1 this morning and 1 yesterday, but we're going to ramp that up real fast now. Also, another thing about Pug, and you probably have seen this message on the stream. Let's pull him all the way out here for a second. You see the way his little back feet curl up like that, a little funny. They look funny. And you'll notice that when he's comfortable, when he's actually sitting down, a lot of times they curl up even more than that, where he'll fold his feet like under him and sort of walk on his knuckles, which I'm doing a bad job of illustrating, because that's just a normal kittens will sort of curl their toes sometimes. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is that a lot of people noticed that and wrote to us about it, and it's normal. That's actually a normal thing, especially for a kitten like Pug. We suspect he might be a little premature, and that would explain why he is so small and why we have to do a little extra work to make sure he stays eating. But he's not very, he's obviously quite capable, I think, and he's pooping and eating and peeing, so it seems like everything's connected up and working. So we expect Pug to be doing just great. And we are, like I said, going to keep an eye on him. Okay, so that's Pug. Okay, so let's see. Now, can I even do it in order? Probably not. But next up should be our little tuxie girl, who is this one. Okay, we have 2 little classic black tuxies in this group. One is a girl and one is a boy. This one is the girl. And her name is Bee, which is Beagle. Her name is Beagle. And Beagle, you can tell from the other tuxie, first off, because she's a girl and the other tuxie is a boy. And secondly, if you can see her belly, she's got that weird shape in the middle of her chest. It's like a big black spot in the middle of her chest. Let me show you real quick. Hang on. You see that? And so we're saying that's a necktie, because it really does look like she's wearing a bit of a tie on a white shirt with a vest. She's a very fancy little Beagle. So that's Beagle. She's also in the heavier class of kittens here. So there seems like there's 2 weight classes that we're dealing with. She's in the heavy class, so we're good. That's good. Next, then, we have the all-black kitten, who is, I say all-black again, she's got a couple tiny little white spots, but you won't really notice them. So the all-black one, hi. Brain is, let's see, what is the name of this one? No, I don't think I'm going to get it. Somebody knows who's going to tell me in the chat. Pomeranian, yes, how come I can never remember Pomeranian? Pom is such a cute name, too, and that's the one I seem to have the most trouble remembering when I'm looking at her. Okay, she's yelling, and their mom is very, very concerned when kittens start yelling. She trusts me, but if I'm holding her kitten out here and the kitten is yelling, she's going to get up and try to take it back. So, very concerned and very like helicopter mom. The funny thing, though, is that as much of a helicopter mom as she is so far, 2 days in, I don't think she's pooping her kittens. Maybe she's not doing it at all. I haven't seen her doing it. There's a lot of poop that ends up on the floor there, and when I pooped them this morning, they almost all had something to give, which is very rare. Not unheard of course. Some moms poop better than others. That's normal, so there's nothing wrong with it. But we've had a long run of moms that clean their kittens up obsessively, and we just never see the poops at all. In this class, very different that way. We're seeing quite a few poops around, so you can expect to see that. There's nothing wrong with seeing some poops around, just different parenting styles, that's all. Okay, so let's see. That's the first 3. So now we got to get through the back 3, and I'm probably going to do them in the wrong order, but let's start here. This is our second brown kitten. Second brown kitten is named Bernard, Saint Bernard. And he's a brown kitten, but unlike the other two brown kittens, he is in the heavyweight class here. Like I said, we've got 3 kittens here that are like very heavy, and 3 kittens here that are very light. So he's one of the heavy ones, and that's good. So very healthy, very brown. I don't know if you can tell exactly how brown he is, but he's very brown. Okay, he definitely shows when he's next to the black kittens. So that's Saint Bernard, the little brown kitten. Yeah, actually, I don't know if it's beyond the family friendly just to say one thing about cats that's very interesting is it's not unusual for one mom cat to have one litter of kittens, but that one litter of kittens had more than one dad. So sometimes, even though they're all in the same litter, you can have multiple dads. So that might be the case. Some people have speculated that the ones that we have here that are a little light might be from one dad, and the ones that are a little heavy might be from the other dad. And it's not because one dad was light and one dad was heavy, but because of the timing difference. One dad was there, and then the other one was there like a week later, or maybe not a week, maybe a few days. Does that make sense? I think it does. Okay, so here is our other little tuxie. All right, the little tuxie's got a little something on his lip there, too. I think that's probably from milk or poops or a combination, but I'll take a look in just a second when I can see off camera. And anyway, you can tell him as the boy apart from B, our girl, because he doesn't have a tie on. He's casual day tuxie. Yes, casual day tuxie. So his name is going to come to me in just a minute. There's a little more, looks like blood there. I wonder if he caught a little something, or one of their umbilical cords is leaking, or maybe he was, sometimes what they do, and one reason that you will definitely see blood around is mom tends to still be a little leaky back there. It's Jack Russell. Yes, thank you. Okay, thank you. I'm so glad I have you guys on chat to help me out with these names. The male tux is named Jack Russell, as in Jack Russell Terrier. There we go. And I was going to say, one of the reasons that you are definitely going to see little bits of blood around, and it's normal, is mom's still going to have a little bit of blood leaking from after her delivery, and that's very normal. And these kids like to go back there and sort of dig around a little bit, so it's not unusual for them to get some on them too. And like I said, after this, I'll double check. I'll go in there and make sure that there's nothing unusual going on, but I don't think there is. Okay, so that leaves us with one last kitten, the one that we haven't talked about yet. That is Basset Hound, if we can find him. Basset Hound is another one of the brown. There we go, and I wouldn't take him if he was nursing, but he was just rooting around, so we'll put him right back. He is the smallest of all the kittens, and also he's not gaining weight very well. Now, we do know he's nursing because he's definitely posted tiny, tiny gains on his own. But considering how small he is, smaller even than Pug, he's in the small weight class. By the way, Pomeranian, the other one in the small weight class, if you were wondering, but Pomeranian's gains are perfectly good on her own. Basset here is also getting supplemental feedings. We've just started him, and his first feeding was a very small one, so it hardly even counts. But we're going to keep giving him feedings until he's sort of catching up to everybody else. So that's Basset Hound. So there you have it. I think we covered everybody. So that's 6 kittens plus their mom. 3 of them are brown, 3 of them are black, with, some white added in. And there's 2 of them then right now that are also getting supplemental feedings from me, which we're going to do just every, few hours, 3-4 hours. I don't have to stick to a real strict schedule because they are nursing and hopefully getting a little bit from mom here and there. I hear somebody yelling, but I can't see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Somebody's trapped under mom. Come on, buddy. Oh, behind mom. There he is. Come on, buddy. Come on out there. Yeah. Oh, that was Pug. Okay, Pug was stuck under mom for a minute there. So like I mentioned, and have said before, it's not unusual for little kittens to get stuck under mom once in a while either, and they're fine. Yeah, Scotty does look pretty tired out. It has just been 2 days since the delivery, and like I said, she's not cleaning her kittens as much as several other moms do, even ones that have been more tired out. And again, I'm not judging her for that. It's fine, but it's interesting in light of the fact that she is such a sort of a nervous mom that's always sort of keeping an eye on them and concerned, and hardly will even leave the box. Like she will hardly leave the box to use the litter box or to eat or anything. So it's interesting that she is not also grooming them more, but she definitely wants to take care of them and make sure that they are never too far from her and are protected all the time. A very good mom like that. Look at that little tiny face of their mom. Tiny boop, big boop. She does get breakfast in bed, yes. So anybody that was wondering, like, how does she eat if she doesn't leave the box? I put her food in there regularly, and she's eaten quite a bit this morning. And then if she does decide that she's hungry and I'm not doing the job, there's always more food right out here. She doesn't even have to go very far, and she knows that. She has been out to eat. She's just hardly. So... Also, I see Hemi asking, how old do you think Scotty is? Well, I don't know how old she is, and I don't think anybody else knows how old she is either. But what I can tell you is, first off, this is not the first time that she's had a litter of kittens. I can tell you she's not a first-time mom. So that puts a lower limit on it, where we know she's not younger than, very minimum, she'd have to be, call it 9 months to be in like her second or maybe, more litter. But I don't think she's that young. I think she's older than that. On the other hand, DJ has repeatedly commented, and I think you'll notice this too, maybe, that her teeth, at least her front teeth, are, there we go. Thank you for showing us. Okay, that's all. I'm just going to give you a pet then. I won't try to open your mouth. Her front teeth are the whitest teeth we've ever seen on a cat ever. They're very, very white, but her back teeth aren't quite so white, so I don't think that they've been cleaned. I do just think that she's very young. So I do think the white teeth indicate that she's somewhat younger than we would think. So, again, it's a total guess, but I would personally say that she's probably older than 1 year old, but younger than 2 years old. That's what I think. And it is just a guess. Well, again, I want to say thank you guys all for joining me for this little close-up. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you want to keep watching these kittens, sometimes close and usually a little further away than this, all you have to do is tune into the Kitten Academy live stream here on YouTube. You might be hearing my voice on that right now, too, because it's always on, and there's always cameras in this room watching these kittens. There's usually cameras downstairs with those kittens. There's not usually cameras in the bedroom with Splotch and Bumble, but every now and then we put Bumble back in her room, which is right next door behind the Tommy picture. So every now and then you'll get to see Bumble on the regular stream that way. Also, just for the record, yes, I owe you guys, I owe you a blog post about these new kids. I owe you the last photo shoot of the older kids. I owe you lots and lots of stuff on the blog, which I will be getting to as soon as I can. But probably not today. I just don't think it's in the cards. So, especially not with the tube feedings I got to do, that can really bite into a schedule. Bad choice of words. That can really cut into my schedule. So, we'll see though. Obviously, that's the important thing. Okay, that's it. I'm done. I'm wrapping up now. Thanks again, everybody. We'll see you next time.